Hey coin collectors, Dan the Collecting Man here. Today I've got something a little bit of fun, a little bit different from Perth. As you can see already, it's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles coin, but it's a really unique design. So something a little bit different, a little bit left of field, something that I don't normally traditionally go for from a collecting point of view, but I think this one may end up having a little potential good investment in the future. So don't know what that's going to look like, but let's have a look at this because I think this is a little bit of fun and something quite unique. And there's also going to be something very similar but even better coming out in the next week or so. So I think it's going to be definitely worth getting. So as we can see here, it's a dome shell, 1.5 ounces of silver. So with silver being at $60 at the moment, we're looking at around $90 worth of silver content value in here, and it's antique colored coin. So it's got a little bit about here about the domed shell. It's 4/9 fine silver, as we can see here, and it covers off a little bit about the collectability of it. As you can see, a mintage of only 1,500, so very, very low mintage, and it's got the certificate number 1185, so a kind of a high number there. So Lucas, one of the core designers out of the Perth Mint, has designed this, and I think he's done a pretty cool job. And I like the way it's presented. So let's go through the box, have a look at it. So we've got this little sheet on top to protect the box from scratching, and as you can see straight away, it looks really cool. I like even the insert of the box, I think is quite unique. So you can see straight away here, kind of got that turtle skin insert, which is a little feature here that I think is pretty cool. And I like the way how you can open that flap. It makes it a lot easier to get it out. So as we can see here, we've got this really cool little vacuum packed kind of style box or frame, I should say, here with the actual turtle in there, and it really pops out quite nice. Depending on the light as well, you can get a bit of reflection, but I think it's pretty cool. And on the other side, as we can see here, here's all the cool features. Now, because this is an antique silver coin, you can touch it. There's no issue with that. You don't have to worry about toning or anything else. So this is magnet shut. So as we can see, you can feel that magnet. It's very strong magnets in there, I must admit. But you just open it up like that, and it opens up all the way, and then you can get this out. So I'll place that down there, and we'll have a closer look at this. So as we can see here, we've got the inscription TMNT for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The top left, just up here, you can see the P, which is the Perth Mint. So that's the mint mark at the top there. And you can see the really nice colouring on this one. It comes up really nice. So you got the green fading into a light green, and then you can see that antique silver look with that little thing that goes over there that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles used to have. As you can see, you can feel the weight in this one. It's definitely got a little bit of weight, being at 1.5 ounces silver. And then we flip it over this side, which is really kind of unique. And I like this antique kind of finish. So you can see here, King Charles III, 1.5 ounce, 4/9 fine silver, 2025. It's a $2 coin, but it's for the country Tuvalu. So it's not an Australian coin. Often coins and things like this that come out of the Perth Mint, the Australian government will not approve it. Pretty much the only things that the Australian government will approve would be Australian themed coins or animals, or the Lunar series is about the only thing that's not Australian themed that becomes an Australian coin. But that's all right. So I think for something like this, often a lot of Tuvalu coins and those other kind of countries, they're not as collectible because they're not Australian coins. But I think this one, being the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles themed, I think people are going to look past that it's not an Australian coin, but it's a Tuvalu coin, because I think it is still pretty cool. I love it that it isn't an actual coin. It's amazing to look at this and understand that it is an actual coin, and it's a $2 coin on top of that, which is a little bit of fun. So really unique. You can really see King Charles there popping out, and you can see kind of all the scuff marks and how it's kind of comes together. Like I said, being antiqued silver, it's definitely something that's really comfortable to touch and really, really cool. So again, I'll go through the actual box itself. I just noticed that it's got a really nice kind of finish to it too. So you can see it on the angles there. It kind of pops out, and you can feel the embossing within the actual turtle frame there that really sticks out with that different finish with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think that's Really cool. So they've gone to the detail of putting that in there, and they've also got that turtle-like skin on the inside of that one as well. So obviously Nickelodeon are the current owners of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles TV series. So that's why they are branded on there. So Perth Mint are doing a lot of Nickelodeon themed products at the moment, but I think this one is definitely, it'll be interesting to see how it goes. I'd love to know in the comments below, do you think this is going to be something that will take off and be quite collectible in the future, or is it not going to be as collectible? So the cost around this one was $259. So it's not cheap. It's definitely an expensive piece of silver. So you definitely got a very, very high premium on top of this one, but you can understand why. Just the tooling and every process that has to go through to actually manufacture this is not something you can just put in a coin press in a normal machine. Obviously, there's a lot more different details that has to go into this to make it, and then it has to go through the finishing process to make it antiqued on top of that as well. So there's a lot more processing that has to go through, and even to paint something like this is not as normal as what you'd normally do to paint a flat coin per se. So there's definitely a lot more process. I think this is the second in the series. So I think there was a sewer cap one from New York was the first kind of unique one in this series, and there's going to be another one obviously coming out soon, which I think will be the key one to get, and the one I'm definitely going to be getting, and that will be a pizza in a pizza box. So I think that's going to be super collectible. I believe it's a 2-ounce coin, so I haven't got all the full information as of yet, but with a mintage of only 1,000. So I think that's going to be up around the $300+. It's not going to be cheap getting that, but I think that's going to be something that I'll definitely be looking to obtain. So probably $300 to $350, and we're looking in the second week, I think, of August is when that's going to be released. But I'll definitely be trying to get that, because I think that in a pizza box, I think that really ties in nicely. Those kind of themed ones like that, it's a bit like the Rubik's Cube one that has that similar kind of theme that really captures it. So I think it's pretty cool. I love it how you can put it in this like here, and it's always a bit of fun to try and get it to close right on, and it just clicks close like that, and then once it's in there, as you can see, it stands up really nice on top of it, and you got the Perth Mint logo down the bottom. So it's not something generic from China per se. It does have the Perth Mint embossing on this frame as well. It comes up really nice, but I think it looks really cool in this, and that's why I really like this feature, is putting it in here and seeing the turtle skin behind it. It really kind of pops it out on top of that as well. It'll be interesting. I might put it in the actual lid itself, and that's maybe potentially another way of showing it off here. It definitely comes up nice. So chuck in the comments what you like. Who's your favorite character? Do you like Leonardo, Donatello, Raffaello, or Michelangelo? Which is your favorite character? I think I'm definitely an 80s kid, so I've definitely reminisced on having some of the turtles. It was definitely something that I enjoyed watching when I came home from school. So I think it's something has some really nice nostalgia to this series, and I think it's quite cool. But I do like getting something very left of field, and I'm not sure if it's going to be collectible, if I'm ever going to make any profit off it, but it's still something different and a bit of fun. And I ended up getting it out of the Western Money Fair, Kensington, so that was a bit of fun, something different there. So it's a nice little memory of getting that fair. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you do give us a thumbs up. I've got a really good lineup of videos coming out, and obviously I will be getting that pizza box one. Hopefully I'll be getting that one, given it's going to be quite hard to get. So hopefully I can do a video and share that one as well. So do make sure you do subscribe to stay up to date. There's also a link down below for a shout out for a coffee, or you can hit that thanks button. And as always, thanks so much for watching and joining the coin collecting community. I'll catch you in my next video. Dan.